Have you ever stopped to think why some women seem to simply light up any room they enter? It's not just the glow on their face, the care with their makeup, or the style of their clothes, but something much deeper, an energy that comes from within and that transforms the environment around them. This invisible force, which we often don't even know how to name, creates an instant connection and awakens an irresistible curiosity in those around us. What if I told you that this energy is something that we can all cultivate, a mental attitude that shapes how we see ourselves and how we impact the world? Think about that moment when you came across a woman who radiated this unique vibe, who made you feel inspired, powerful, and even a little different just by being there. That's exactly the feeling we're going to explore here, because understanding this internal energy is the first step to awakening your own glow and transforming your life from the inside out. Now, tell me here in comments. Type the word energy if you've ever felt this special vibe, that presence that goes far beyond appearance and touches your heart directly. Let's dive into this universe together, discover the secret behind this magnetism, and make you too the light that illuminates every room you step into. Have you ever wondered what this feminine energy that we feel when we're around someone who simply radiates authenticity and strength really means? This energy isn't a makeup trick or a perfectly chosen look. It's something much deeper and more powerful. In fact, this energy is the sum of self-knowledge, genuine acceptance of who you are, and the inner power that comes from embracing your qualities, vulnerabilities, and uniqueness without fear. It's a type of beauty that can't be copied or faked because it comes from being honest with yourself, from that clear understanding that your essence is valuable and worthy exactly the way it is. This feminine energy is, above all, a mindset, a way of thinking and feeling that promotes continuous growth, constant evolution, not to be perfect, but to be real, to be the best authentic version of yourself every day. When we talk about mindset, it is impossible not to remember the concept of growth, the same one that psychologist Carol Dweck explained so well. Believing that you can develop your qualities, overcome challenges, and expand your potential is what transforms your energy from the inside out. Feminine energy, then, is the living expression of this mindset. It is knowing that instead of comparing yourself to impossible standards, you connect with yourself, recognize your limits and potential, and move towards becoming increasingly fulfilled, confident, and aligned with your truth. This energy is an invitation for you to free yourself from external demands, social masks, and unrealistic expectations that weigh so heavily, and to start valuing the strength that already exists within you. The strength that is born when you stop trying to be everything to everyone and start being everything to yourself. It is a silent revolution that happens in the heart and that has a visible impact on the way you move, communicate, and live. And the most incredible thing is that this feminine energy is not reserved for a select few. It is accessible to all of us from the moment we decide to invest in self-knowledge and self-love. It is a daily process of conscious choice, choosing to look within, understand your feelings, embrace your stories, and most importantly, allow yourself to grow without rushing or judging. This energy is contagious, inspiring, and transforming not only you, but everyone around you. It is the invisible fuel that drives your confidence, your authenticity, and your natural magnetism. That is why, when you begin to recognize and cultivate this inner strength, you will notice that everything around you begins to change: your relationships, your opportunities, and most importantly, the way you see yourself in the world. This is the true magic of feminine energy. It is the power to be yourself fully and to shine in your own light without needing approval or comparison. So, if you have not yet felt this strength pulsing within you, I invite you to begin this journey today, because transformation begins when we decide to take control of our own story. Have you ever noticed how the presence of a woman who is connected to her true feminine energy completely changes the environment around her? This energy is so powerful and contagious that not only does she transform herself, but also everything and everyone around her. I want to tell you a quick story that might remind you of someone special. Imagine Anna, an ordinary woman from your city who used to feel insecure and shy in her social circles. But something changed when she decided to invest in her self-knowledge, accept her imperfections, and strengthen her inner power. Little by little, Anna began to move with more confidence and authenticity, and people noticed. Her friends began to seek her out for sincere conversations. Her relationships became deeper, and even her romantic relationships gained a new quality, marked by respect, support, and true connection. What seemed to be a personal transformation ended up becoming a wave of inspiration for the entire community where Anna lived. Because this feminine energy has this effect. It not only illuminates those who have it, but it infects and transforms everyone around her. This inner strength, when awakened, acts like a magnet that attracts people who vibrate at the same frequency, who seek growth, respect, and true connection. Feminine energy impacts relationships because it is authentic, generous, and empathetic. Not the kind that tries to control or manipulate, but the kind that welcomes, understands, and inspires. When you are aligned with this energy, you create a safe space for others to express themselves and feel valued. This generates a genuine exchange, which strengthens bonds and opens doors to deeper experiences, whether in friendships, family, or love. In addition, this energy transforms the environment because it raises the level of conversation, emotions, and actions, inviting everyone to connect with the best of themselves. It is as if your presence turns on a light that invites each person to shine too, creating a powerful network of support and mutual evolution. This positive influence is not only visible, but felt in the heart. And it is precisely this invisible force that creates lasting and significant changes in our relationships. Now I want to hear from you. Have you ever had an experience where someone with this transformative energy touched your life and inspired you in a way that you will never forget? Comment here using the word inspiration if you have ever been impacted by a woman who radiated this strength, who made you feel seen, welcomed, and motivated to be the best version of yourself. I want you to feel that this space is an invitation to recognize this energy within yourself too, and to share this strength with other women who need to feel this positive impact. When you connect with this feminine energy, not only does your life change, but you become a source of light for the world, ready to create real, deep connections that inspire transformation. Let's strengthen this chain of inspiration together, because when one woman shines, she paves the way for many others to shine too. You've heard that true beauty comes from within, but does it just happen overnight, like magic? The reality is that this inner beauty is a journey, a process of self-discovery that is often full of challenges, doubts, and moments when we feel vulnerable. I want to share with you the story of Camilla, a woman who, like many of us, spent years trying to fit into external standards, believing that to be beautiful, she had to follow a script imposed by society. But Camilla's transformation began when she decided to look within, allow herself to feel her emotions without fear, and accept every part of herself, even those she previously judged or hid. It was a long journey, with ups and downs, where she had to learn to love herself completely, not despite her imperfections, but precisely because of them. This journey of embracing her vulnerability is what made her strong, confident, and above all, genuinely beautiful. Because the beauty that really matters is not what the mirror shows, but what beats in the heart, in the way we see ourselves and treat ourselves with love and respect. And that's where the power of the growth mindset comes in, a concept that Carol Dweck developed and that is fundamental to this internal transformation. The growth mindset teaches us that our essence is not fixed in an immutable way, but that we can evolve, learn, and expand our potential through effort, patience, and resilience. When Camilla adopted this mindset, she stopped seeing herself as someone defective or limited and began to understand that each challenge she faced was an opportunity for growth. This changed everything. Instead of giving up when faced with difficulties, she began to seek solutions, forgive herself for mistakes, and celebrate each small achievement. This liberating mindset is what allows the journey of inner beauty to be continuous and full of meaning, because it does not depend on external approval, but on your ability to reinvent yourself and love yourself at any stage of life. It is precisely this mindset that makes the beauty within blossom more intensely, because when we believe in our potential for growth, we make room for our authenticity to shine without fear. Now, I want you to reflect. Where are you on your own journey of self-discovery? Is there any part of you that still resists being loved out of fear or insecurity? Remember that this journey does not have to be perfect, and that each step, no matter how small, is an advance towards this real and powerful beauty that only you can cultivate. Growth mindset is not just a concept to read or hear. It is a daily practice of choosing to look at yourself with kindness, challenging yourself to grow, and accepting yourself with compassion. When you embrace this journey, you connect with your deepest essence and begin to radiate an energy that no one can erase. So, if you are ready to take this step, to allow yourself to grow and love yourself without reservations, know that this transformation goes beyond the mirror. It will touch all areas of your life, making you more confident, resilient, and, most importantly, happy. Shall we join you on this journey? Cultivating the feminine energy that transforms your life doesn't have to be something complex or far from your routine. In fact, it involves small daily practices that, when done consciously, will create a powerful and authentic inner strength. Start with self-compassion. This is one of the keys to strengthening this energy that comes from within. Self-compassion means treating yourself with the same affection and understanding that you would give to a dear friend. Instead of harshly criticizing yourself for mistakes or failures, try looking at yourself with kindness, recognizing that making mistakes is part of your growth. It may seem simple, but this internal care helps build a solid foundation of self-love, which is the fertile ground for feminine energy to flourish. Try including in your routine a moment to ask yourself, how can I be kind to myself today? And observe how this change in attitude will impact your mood, your decisions, and even your relationships. Another essential practice for cultivating this energy is authenticity in your attitudes and choices. This means being true to what you feel and think, even if it means breaking the mold or facing what others expect. Powerful feminine energy comes from the courage to be who you really are, without masks or adaptations to please. So start small. Allow yourself to say no when something doesn't make sense to you. Choose activities and people that truly resonate with your values, and express yourself without fear of other people's opinions. This attitude generates a deep connection with your essence and increases your natural confidence, because you are living according to your truth, and this is irresistible and inspiring to those around you. The more you practice this authenticity, the more this energy grows and spreads, creating a positive cycle of internal and external transformation. Finally, cultivating a connection with your emotions is a fundamental step in this journey of strengthening your feminine energy. We are often taught to control or even hide our feelings, but the truth is that feminine energy is fueled by the freedom to feel, embrace, and express what is inside your heart. Set aside time to connect with your emotions, whether through meditation, journaling, or even talking to yourself in silence. When you allow your emotions to flow without judgment, you become more balanced and aligned with yourself, which is directly reflected in your presence and the way you impact the world. Try dedicating 5 minutes of your day for a week to feeling and acknowledging your emotions, observing without trying to change anything, just feeling. Little by little, this practice will create a deeper connection with your inner self and enhance the feminine energy that is there inside, waiting to be revealed. So I challenge you to apply these simple practices, observe the changes that begin to emerge, and share here in the comments how you are feeling in this transformation. Let's cultivate together this powerful and authentic energy that we all deserve to live and radiate. When a woman connects with her true feminine energy, something magical happens. This transformation doesn't stay within herself, but begins to radiate out to everyone and everything around her, like ripples spreading out across a calm pond. Imagine that you are that pebble that falls into the water, creating circles that grow and grow, reaching every corner of that space. In the same way, when you cultivate this inner strength, your light reaches your family, friends, co-workers, and even people you've never met directly. This authentic energy creates a powerful domino effect, where each person touched by your presence feels inspired to awaken their own strength and authenticity. The impact is multiplied, because the transformation begins with you, but it doesn't stop there. It spreads and causes real and meaningful changes in the world around you. It's a chain of good that grows from your courage to be real, vulnerable, and strong at the same time. Think about the relationships you have, your mother, your friends, your co-workers, the people you come across on a daily basis. When a woman decides to honor herself, recognize her energy, and radiate her truth, she offers a living example of self-confidence and self-love. This does not go unnoticed. Like light coming through a window in a dark room, this energy illuminates the space, generating warmth and security. It is contagious, and in a way that words cannot always explain, because it is something felt in the heart. For example, that friend who has always been insecure may start to mirror herself in you, also seeking your authenticity. Your partner may notice a positive change that renews the relationship, and even that most distant colleague feels the impact and begins to rethink his or her own attitudes. This ripple effect is what makes feminine energy a revolutionary force, because it builds, inspires, and transforms one person at a time, until this movement reaches larger networks and generates profound changes. Now, I want to hear from you. If you believe that this energy that comes from within has the real power to change the world, comment below with the word transformation. I want to see how many women are ready to be part of this movement that begins with a simple decision to connect with yourself and radiate your light to all corners of the world. Remember that you are not alone on this journey. Each step you take is a step towards multiplying this strength, towards inspiring other women to also embrace their authenticity and power. Together, we create an unbeatable network of feminine energy that, like waves in water, never stops growing, reaching places and people that we may not even imagine. So let's join us on this mission to transform lives, starting with our own, because when you shine, the whole world lights up with you. True feminine beauty is not just something you see in the mirror, nor is it restricted to external standards or appearances. It begins above all within you. It is a fire that burns within you, a unique energy that is born from self-knowledge, the courage to be authentic, and unwavering self-love. When you decide to cultivate this energy, you become unbeatable, because nothing, absolutely nothing, can stop you. This strength sustains you in the face of adversity, drives you to grow even when the path seems difficult, and connects you with the best of yourself. The power that transforms lives is there within, waiting to be awakened and lived every day. No matter where you are on your journey, the important thing is that you know that this energy is yours. It is your right and a beautiful responsibility that you have towards yourself. Starting today, right now, is the first step to creating a life where you not only exist, but shine brightly with confidence and purpose. This feminine energy that you cultivate is an inexhaustible source of empowerment because it makes you the owner of your story, your choices, and your voice. When you connect with this inner strength, you are not only improving your life, but you are building a legacy of authenticity and courage that inspires all the women around you. Imagine the impact of a woman who loves, respects, and values herself. She changes the environment, breaks limiting patterns, and opens paths for others to shine too. You are that woman. You have the power to be a beacon of light for those who need inspiration, an example for those who are seeking the courage to transform themselves. And this journey, as challenging as it may seem, is filled with wonderful discoveries, because each step of self-discovery is a step towards a stronger, freer, and happier version of yourself. The energy that you cultivate is not only your ally, it is the key to unlocking a future where you create, influence, and transform everything around you. So, I invite you to be part of this powerful movement now. Comment "power" below if you are ready to embrace this feminine energy, cultivate this inner power, and transform your life from the inside out. This is your time to shine, to be the protagonist of your own story, to create genuine connections, and to live with purpose and passion. Don't forget to like this video to strengthen this network of women who want to grow together, and share it with those you know who need to hear this message today. Let's create a community where feminine energy is recognized, celebrated, and multiplied, because together we are stronger, more inspiring, and capable of changing the world. Remember, the power you seek is within you, and starting this transformation is the best choice you can make for your happiness and your life.